India's public sector oil companies are facing a major challenge as approximately $900 million in dividend income from investments in Russian upstream projects remain stuck in Russia. Companies like ONGC Videsh, Oil India, Indian Oil Corporation, and Bharat Petrol Resources have been unable to repatriate these dividends since the start of the Ukraine conflict. The funds accumulated over the past 2.5 years are currently sitting in the Russian accounts. Efforts to resolve the issue through discussions with Russian partners and bilateral talks between India and Russia have yet to yield a solution. Initially, the companies planned to use the funds for local expenses, but with the amount steadily increasing, they are exploring alternative options. The Indian oil company's inability to repatriate dividends from Russia is primarily due to the complex web of Western sanctions imposed following the Ukraine conflict. These sanctions have severely limited Russia's access to the global financial system, including through the SWIFT network. The company's use of investment vehicles based in countries like Singapore further complicates the process, making it challenging to navigate these international jurisdictional hurdles. Indian public sector companies have invested over $6 billion in Russian oil and gas projects to enhance energy security. ONGC's overseas arm OVL holds significant stakes in the Sakhalin 1 and Vankor projects, while a consortium of Indian Oil Corporation, Oil India, and Bharat Petrol Resources own 23.9% of Vankor and 29.9% of the Task-Yurak project. However, dividends from these investments, totaling around $900 million, are stranded in Russia due to the Ukraine conflict. These funds, held in ruble accounts, earn minimal interest. With nearly $900 million in dividends stranded in Russia, Indian oil companies had considered using the funds for payments, increased investments, or operational expenses. However, these options are not feasible because dividend payments are made after deducting operational costs, and there are no plans to invest more capital as the project have passed their major capital expenditure phases. The exception is ONGC Videsh, which needs to pay $600 million to retain stake in the Sakhalin 1 project. OVL is in talks with Russian authorities to use these trapped dividends for this payment. Since no new investment in Russian projects are planned, using the money for local payments is now the only viable solution. While it seems logical to use the trapped dividends to offset Russian oil purchases, several factors hinder this approach. The company's investment vehicles are registered overseas like Singapore, complicating cross-border transactions. Additionally, Western sanctions against Russia and its energy sector pose significant legal and accounting challenges. A viable solution will require a combination of diplomatic efforts and strategic commercial negotiations with stakeholders in Russia and other relevant countries.